Naturally, the warrior won the poll 5-2 versus the mage. Let's go ahead and grab warrior here, Mr. Garrosh, and see if I can continue my amazing luck getting tons and tons of weapons. Dark Fate says you should use Twitter. You can use it like a sub box that doesn't break all the time. Maybe. I guess I really should get on Twitter. I don't know. I feel like I'm not quite big enough to justify that sort of a thing, but perhaps it's just time to get with the times, and look at this, Fiery War Axe. Boop. Alright, so here we gotta choose between Cult Master or the Weaponsmith. Both of these give card advantage, but the Wrathy Weaponsmith is much more reliable, so we'll take the Weaponsmith. I'm gonna take a healer here. I'll take the cheaper one, I suppose. I'm a big fan of Cruel Taskmaster, we'll take that there. Now, am I a big enough fan to take two of them? No, we'll take the best 2-drop in the game, the Berserker, over the Stormwind Knight. This is unfortunate. So the Inner Rage, I mean, it's a bit of a techie card. It's hard to get ahead with it, basically. I'm going to take the Raid Leader instead. I feel like it's much safer than Inner Rage. Oh, man, I have to choose between Warsong Commander and Boulder Fist Ogre. It's a tough choice. I'm going to take the Ogre. I know the Warsong Commander is very good, but it's nice to have a little bit of beef in your deck, and you never know when you're going to get it again. Let's grab the Grizzly. Oh, so I got some taunts. Here, I'll take the Golem for some extra reach over the Mind Control tech. I'll take the Novice Engineer here over the other card drawer and over the Booty Bay, which I'm not a big fan of. Oh, dear. Ventrico Mercenary's got to get taken. The other stuff is junk. I can do Rampage or Loot Hoarder. Rampage works nicely with the Cruel Taskmaster, but the Loot Hoarder is just a more reliable card. It's good for card draw. Battle Rage I'm going to take. Now, it might seem crazy passing up these quality 2-drops for Battle Rage, but I really do think it's a difference maker for warriors. Getting that card draw is important. I could take this inconsistent Charger or the more consistent 4-drop. Not that high on 4-drops here, so we'll take the Mechanic. Arcanite Reaper versus Execute's an interesting pick. Go for the Arcanite Reaper, it's more reliable, although Execute might sometimes be regrettable if I don't have it. Junk, Fiery War Axe, woo! And I could take another Weaponsmith, so here I think is where a lot of people will take the Weaponsmith not thinkingly. And maybe it's the right pick, I don't know. I'm going to take the Berserker though, because we got 2 War Axes and a Weaponsmith and an Arcanite Reaper. We're starting to get to the point where we're having a little bit too many weapons. Let's just take a really good 2-drop instead. Take a Cult Master here for some more card potential. Stampede and Kodo is the only playable card there. Mortal Strike is fine. Now, so Pyromancer can work with Battle Rage, but you have to cast a different spell before you cast Battle Rage. So I could try to go for that synergy. Without Acolytes, or too many enraged creatures, just these Berserkers. Yeah, the Pyromancer's not great. I think the Mortal Strike is better. Okay, here we grab the Execute. Heroic Strike is superb on many levels. Sen'jin. Okay, this could be good, but I'm going to take Sen'jin for taunt. And rather than taking another Arcanite Reaper, I'll take the Tiger. Here, I could take the Crusader, but let's take Slam, because that's some more card draw. Do I take another Fiery War Axe? Well, here's the advantage of not having taken the Arathi Weaponsmiths before, which is that I can take a 3rd Fiery War Axe here pretty comfortably over a 4-Crown Elite. Heroic Strike, that might start to be too many spells. Let's take a Grizzly, just to be a little bit safer. Whirlwind, I think, is nice for Battle Rage. And I could take a 2nd Arcane Golem or a Protector. We'll take the Protector. Keep it simple, keep it safe. So I've got decent reach with this deck, with weapons and an Arcane Golem. That is, of course, vulnerable to Taunt, and I have no Silence. But I do have an Execute, and I have the Slam Execute combo. I have Whirlwind Execute. I have Battle Rage and Cult Master, and Novice Engineer and Loot Hoarder for drawing cards. I think this deck's good. I think it's a good deck. So clearly then I'm going to get to 4 wins with it and lose, because I actually think it's really good. Not really good, but I think it's good. And I expect to go far with it. Alright, up against a Priest. This is a bad matchup for Warrior. Probably not as bad as Warrior versus Paladin, but still pretty bad because the Priest's hero ability is pretty much better than yours. It's not strictly better than yours. You can use yours at full health, whereas the Priest cannot. But the Priest's ability is definitely better than the Warrior's. Now, Blue Elf Thunder says almost no endgame. You know, we've got Boulder Fist Ogre, we got Ventrico Mercenary, and we have the weapons. I mean, I feel like we should be okay in the endgame. One thing I'm learning is that you don't necessarily need to have a pile of 6 mana cards like I did with that Paladin deck. in order to have a good end game or in order to be able to close out victories. I feel like if you got a good, strong start, you know, you can be in good shape. Alright, so all 3 of my 2-drops are good. Again, actually, every single card in my hand is an excellent response to the Voodoo Doctor. This puts a minion on the board and kills his minion. This threatens to kill it, so it's probably the weakest. This threatens to kill it and draw me a card. They're all really good. I will play the Fiery War Axe, though. The reason I'm playing Fiery War Axe is, first of all, I have another Fiery War Axe, so I want to use this one up. Second of all, next turn I can deal 3 damage without having to spend mana. And then these guys I can play out later on. And they're a little bit less vulnerable to tricks. So we'll see. He's got nothing on turn 2, which is fine by me. Let's go ahead and play Loot Hoarder. And pass the turn. Now, I could have done something wacky. I could have played the Berserker. And then, like, if he played something like Ascension or whatever, I could have, like, Cruel Taskmastered my own Berserker the following turn. I'd much rather play this, though, and get a card off of it than go for, you know, cheesy combos that might not even be relevant in the first place. Like, if he coins out Ascension here, it's not in that great shape. Loot Hoarder, draw a card, finished off with the Fiery War Axe, and I still have my whole turn.
Your magic shall
He's actually going to silence the Loot Hoarder, making it a 2-1 that does not draw me a card, which I'm totally fine with. Simply what we do here is we play Fiery War Axe like that. Play the Berserker like that. Give them both taunt, swing for 2. I'm super safe against Holy Nova. He's used his coin to pretty much no effect. He has 6 cards to my 6. This is super solid. Super solid right here. I've got some tricks with the Taskmaster and the War Axe and 6 power on the board, which is going to start hurting very soon here. Blue Elf Thunder comments that an upgrade would have been nice with all the weapons. Yep, would have been nice. I'm not like as big a fan of that card as I think some people are, but it certainly wouldn't have been bad. So the question is, do I play the Arcane Golem next turn? Alright. The answer is no. Let's just go ahead and play a Raid Leader. Swing for 6. And I'm going to put a Fiery War Axe in my hand. If you go to Papa University, man, I really love that. You know that I'm always an advocate of putting Fiery War Axe in your hand, even if you're not going to use it, rather than Armoring Up, because it lets you do good things the following turn when you might need your mana for other stuff. And if you had a news, you would have used it on the last one, so I'm willing to take that risk. Stampeding Kodo kills my Raid Leader, rather tragically. That's annoying. Slam, though, is a pretty good draw here. So it draws me a card, lets me keep both my minions. Whirlwind is okay, that's fine. Alright, I'm going to let him accelerate to 7 mana. I feel like it's worth it to get the damage through. Now I'm a little bit more vulnerable to Holy Nova because it'll kill 2 of my 3 creatures, but this will survive. And he'll be at 18 health, 20 after healing, 18 after I attack. Yeah, he'd actually be in pretty good shape after a Holy Nova. So commenting on Upgrade, I do think Upgrade is a good card. It's not that I don't like it. I just don't like it as much as other people do. I don't look at Upgrade and go, oh yeah. I look at it and go, eh, that's okay. Maybe that'll be useful. He does not have Holy Nova, or at least he's choosing not to play it. He will freeze my Arcane Golem for a second here. And he's going to heal himself up with Ye Old Voodoo Doctor. Heroic Strike would let me kill this and keep my Loot Hoarder as well. Cruel Taskmaster on the Voodoo Doctor is tempting. The problem is then if he has Holy Nova that he was slow rolling, I'm going to be in trouble. Whirlwind would drop this down to 2 health. I'm not a super big fan of that. Oh man, I really needed some more mid-game here, and I got a bunch of early junk. Let's see, can I go for the face? What is this, 2, 4, 7, 11? No, I can't really go for the face. Well, this, if I use it for damage, it's 2, 4, 7, 11, 13. He's at 5 health. This thing being frozen is unfortunate.
What now?
Alright. I'm going to expose myself a little bit to Holy Nova. So I'll do this, trade my Silence Loot Hoarder in for that. Hang on to the Heroic Strike. We're going to pass the turn. So I wouldn't mind getting Battle Rage here. Then I could Whirlwind and draw 4 cards. If he has Holy Nova, it'll be 4 cards to 3. No, this will live. It'll be 4 cards to 4, so it'll be equal. Our life totals actually are equal because I've been hitting things with my weapon so much. But I have the board advantage. So if he doesn't have Holy Nova, I should be in good shape. He does not have Holy Nova. Oh, he might still have Holy Nova. I shouldn't speak too soon. He still has the mana for Holy Nova. Does he play Holy Nova? Does he have it? No, he's a Cult Master. Alright, this is fine. Not a big deal at all. Still hoping for Battle Rage here. That'd be the best. Come on. Nope, not a chance. Alright, so what we do here is think. 2, 6, 8, 12. Not enough to kill. So what we do is we trade this into the Cult Master to stop it from drawing him cards. I'll hang on to that Heroic Strike, because I might need it later. And against a Priest, as I so often say, the difference between 1 health and 2 health is pretty much non-existent. We now have 4, 7, 9, 13 damage. Not quite enough to kill him. But with a weapon, I will be able to kill him next turn if these all live and if he doesn't play a Taunter. Molten Giant. Oh god, does he have a Defender of Argus? Oh, you're killing me. Come on. Dot. He's just keeping me in suspense. Dark Scale Healer is what he decides on. Okay, fair enough. Ventricle Mercenary is pretty solid. So, let's see here. I could deal 7, 9, 13. Not really enough. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. Whirlwind. Play the Ventricle Mercenary. Armor up. And my goal here is for this bear to stop the Molten Giant from killing my Ventricle Mercenary, and the Ventricle Mercenary Heroic Strike and Sunfury Protector win the game. Some folks are talking in the chat about computers being able to handle Hearthstone. Hearthstone is a deceptively resource-intensive game. With all the animations and everything, it is actually really intensive. My girlfriend has a laptop. It's like a Dell laptop. It's not, terrible, but it's not that great either. And Hearthstone will lag on hers if she plays for too long and her computer starts to overheat. I just dropped a bottle cap. Even on my computer, which is a laptop that can play Skyrim with like maximum everything, Hearthstone will lag sometimes if I have the recording software running. He's going to heal the Molten Giant, which is an interesting choice. I assume he has some kind of good answer here. Like he kills the bear with a Holy Smite and then uses the Molten Giant to kill the Ventricle Mercenary. Otherwise, that makes absolutely no sense. Shadow Word Pain or Holy Smite is pretty much mandatory, otherwise healing this made absolutely no sense. Should have healed himself or should have healed this after attacking. So if he doesn't kill this bear or silence it, then his healing of the Molten Giant was a mistake. Nope, he actually ended up running in and just killing the bear. So this thing should have an extra point of health if he had healed it afterwards. He's going to Divine Spirit and double its health. Okay, that's fine. Let's... Actually, I don't think I'm going to armor up. Well, am I going to armor up? I'm going to kill him. What am I doing? He didn't heal himself, so we're just going to win the game. Yeah, how are you doing? Alright, Ventricle Mercenary earned its keep there as a late game finisher. And I guess we just leveled up recently. So that's our first win. A little bit tough actually at the end there, but I have lost more than one game recently to a Molten Giant that was highly not irrelevant, being played on the last or second to last turn. In my case, Hearthstone's issue with lag has to do with the fact that I'm running, software in the background. And oftentimes if I have internet running in the background, internet is very resource intensive as well.
Victory or death!
Rogue is one of the less dangerous classes to whom to give a mana crystal. But even so, I don't want to keep it in my opening hand unless I'm super desperate. Cult Master is actually rather awful right now. And then the Arcane Golem comes back. So this is not a great opening hand. She has the Ringleader combo. So we're off to a pretty bad start here. I think Sunfury Protector is important to play there. If you play Loot Hoarder and let her dagger the Loot Hoarder to death, you're going to fall too far behind. And now she can dagger use the Bandit to kill the Sunfury Protector, but at least she has to do that much. Hopefully she doesn't have Backstab. That would be the worst. Good, no Backstab. So although the Ringleader is always a terrifying start to face, I can actually still stay in this game I've got a 3-3 now versus her 2-2. She can use the 2-2 plus the dagger to kill it, but then it's just pretty much anyone's game. She uses up a tick of deadly poison for board control's sake, which is pretty smart, I think. Now Cult Master is just awful. Boulder Fist Ogre is too soon. Oh my gosh.
Mind if I roll knee?
I could have used Battle Rage as a 2-mana cycle there, but I feel like cards are not my issue so much. Her being a rogue is very good here, being able to... She's daggered my minions 3 times already. Or twice. And now it's going to be a 3rd time.
Pass me that arc-light spanner.
Alright. So the Grizzly's pretty solid here. By the Berserker, which is actually pretty decent as well. Holds up against these 2 power minions. We haven't seen a combo to Eviscerate yet, or an SI agent. Those are things I'm most concerned about right here.
So many options.
It's tense. She has a ton of cards. She's ahead on the board. Behind on life, but not enough. She's gonna actually sap. So she goes down a card, but she's getting a lot of tempo here, and I'm in a little bit of trouble. That let her combo Eviscerate to kill my bear, so she gets to keep everything that she has. Alright, we gotta throw up a prayer here. Throwing up a prayer that the Boulder Fist Ogre is gonna stick. Oh, I could try this again. Okay, now that I got the Grizzly, alright, we're gonna try this one more time. Gonna try this one more time. It was good last time. We'll see if it's good again. She has 8 total cards to my 6, soon to be 7. The fact that she can do this dagger business is very frustrating, but luckily she hit me in the face last turn, which is good because now that means she doesn't have a dagger already in hand. She could play Assassin's Blade, but that isn't even the best thing right here, because then this guy will end up killing one of her minions.
My shield.
Oh no, that's terrible. Oh god, so now she can just kill everything and lose nothing. That's great. Glad that happened. Defender of Argus. So frustrating. Well, I need Whirlwind. That wouldn't be the worst thing. Cool Taskmaster is not the worst thing, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna do this. And oh, I should have Battle Raged first. Yeah, let's Battle Rage up right now. Just for a single cycle. Execute, huh? That's not worth it. Let's just use the damage, or sorry, the Arcane Golem. Pull that off. Give her a Mana Crystal. It's probably not going to be that relevant, though who knows. And now she can kill this Cruel Taskmaster while having huge card advantage, but I do still have Execute and Boulder Fist Ogre. Oh, she also has Boulder Fist Ogre. Ah, that's bad. I was never in this game. From that first moment she played the Defias Ringleader, I was just never in it. And that's okay, that happens sometimes. So, Whirlwind would be great? Nope, not a chance. I'm just gonna flood the board with crap. And hope for the best. She can use the Defender of Argus to kill the Cult Master, use the Ogre to kill that, Dagger to kill that. Yeah, I can't even... At least if the Ogre kills something, the Execute will finish the Ogre off. But I'm running out of cards. Oh, Stampeding Kodo, that's not fair. That is not fair. And it's Snapjawed, because whatever, who cares? I'm going to draw a card and concede. Yep. That doesn't do anything. Now we're done. Alright, so that was a little bit of a sad game. But that's okay. The Rogue had a pretty godlike draw, and you should expect to lose to those. I'm sure she's headed to a very successful arena performance. Tough being a rogue against a warrior if you don't draw your weapons, which I didn't until that last turn. Because if you're a warrior against a rogue, every single use of the rogue's hero ability gives her 2 instances of board control, unlike the mage and druid, which only give them 1. And then your warrior, your hero ability gives you 0 instances of board control. So you fall really far behind on the board very easily against a rogue. Alright, Warlock, fine. I've got a lot of reach in this deck, so I should be able to have a chance at least of burning him out. If he life taps a lot, this is a terrible opening hand. We're going to mulligan all that stuff and hope for some Fiery War Axes. I do have 3 of them in here. You'd think I'd draw some of my 3 Fiery War Axes sometimes, but nope. Only in the first game where I drew 2 of them. I should tell them to space out more. Let's see if he has a turn 1 Flame Imp for me.
One shot.
Elven Archer, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're in the loser's bracket here. That is for sure. I'm actually just going to play Novice Engineer and draw a card. Cruel Taskmaster is a much more valuable card than Novice Engineer. So I'm going to save it for a later time, especially because a Slam plus Cruel Taskmaster for 4 mana will deal 3 damage and draw a card, kind of like a makeshift Hammer of Wrath. Alright, does he have a way of killing the Novice Engineer? Argent Squire, not going to do it. Mortal Coil, he's got 1 mana left over. Hit, nope, okay. Battle Rage, cute but not helpful. Let's play the Grizzly for Shizzly, kill the Elven Archer. So the Elven Archer did pretty much nothing. He's gonna pop it and maybe play Demon Fire to finish off my bear, or drain life. Flesh-Eating Ghoul, not the most impressive card here. So it'll trade with the bear, but that's it. So I could slam Cruel Taskmaster the Ghoul, kill the Argent Squire, we'll live to tell about it. Now I've got other options. I could Heroic Strike this thing. I could play the Violet Teacher and just hope to get some cards, or some 1/1s off the spells. Those do make a difference. Battle Rage is 2 cards. Let's just play the Weaponsmith. Let's just keep this simple. So we're gonna trade the bear in for the ghoul. Kill the Argent Squire. What this does is it maybe puts less on the board right now, but it actually allows me to have an axe in the hand, and it looks like by the cards this person is playing that they're gonna have some cheap stuff for me to kill with that axe. Summoning Portal, not the most impressive card here. Coin. He can play a 3-drop right now. I'm gonna play a Pyramid, so that'll just die. I could kill this with a Whirlwind or Cruel Taskmaster. Thing is, I just don't respect Summoning Portal enough. So yeah, you can have your Summoning Portal. I'm fine with it. My friend some people are talking about computer quality and so forth. One of my friends actually has Hearthstone on iPad, and it's really slick. I think it's great. All right, I got to play a Corehound. Corehound, though, unfortunately for my opponent, is a bad card. I could Whirlwind. The problem with Whirlwind is it unfortunately gets rid of the Violet Apprentice. So that's kind of sad. So what we'll do is we'll just keep it simple, keep it safe. Let's slam this up.
I'm ready to learn.
Get a card. We will now
Watch this.
kill this thing. Kill the Summoning Portal. Play it later. Call it a day. Haven't quite gotten to use Battle Rage, unfortunately, but with Cruel Taskmaster and Battle Rage, as long as I have a minion on the board, this should at least be a discount Arcane Intellect, or possibly more. Now we're way ahead on cards, so we're enjoying some free time in the loser's bracket. Fidelius notes that you get a free pack for playing on iPad. I did not know that, actually. That's pretty cool. Free, of course, you know, being a relative term, because you still have to pay for the iPad, but, you know, it's a thought. Alright, this person clearly does not have a particularly great deck. I'm not gonna do anything fancy here. We'll just draw a bunch of cards and win the game. I don't think he hasn't even life tapped yet. He's just been having other stuff to do, which is fine. You don't always necessarily need to life tap. So here we go. Let's play Heroic Strike. Get a 1/1.
I'm ready to learn.
Actually, let's run this in. Play Battle Rage for 2.
I am ready
Get
to
another
learn.
1/1. Arcane Golem, nifty. Dragon Thing Mechanic. Okay.
I shall do as you
Do
say.
this. And I think an Arcane Golem is worth using to kill a Violet Teacher. Wait, oh no, I had Heroic. Oh my god, sorry folks. I had a brain dead moment. I apologize. I had Heroic Strike. With all the Violet students coming up and everything, I forgot that I had Heroic Strike, which is how I was gonna kill that Violet Teacher. That was silly. I apologize. Anyway, luckily, if there's a time to be silly, it's definitely this game. Summoning Portal number 2 comes down. Not a very good card. He should really life tap at least to get the most out of these summoning portals. Power. Oh, okay. You saw it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Summoning Portal into Power Overwhelming. Yes, that was a mistake, sir. That was, in fact, a mistake. Got that right. Needed Mojo says hey in the chat, and a few folks say hi back. Yeah, that was okay. Well, if it makes him feel any better, it was actually kind of good for him because he stopped me from using my Stampeding Kodo.
I shall do as
We'll
you
do some
say.
other things in the meantime, so this is fine.
Me and Mr. Right.
We'll do this.
If I roll knee.
And, should I play around Hellfire? Let's play around Hellfire. I'm not going to drop the Sun Free Protector just yet. We'll play around Hellfire. Yeah, so I played a derp play on the turn before, but I think that was quickly dwarfed by the Summoning Portal into Power Overwhelming combo that my opponent made right afterwards. Wow, that's so much spectacular. Who is this person? I need to know his name. Johnny Blaze, the Warlock. That's a pretty good name. I gotta hand it to them. He silences the wrong target. Silencing the loot hoarder would have made a lot more sense to stop me from drawing cards. My board's already full. I'm not gonna get that much more value out of the Violet Teachers. He then demon fires it. Okay, so if he was gonna kill it, there was definitely no point silencing it. He might as well have silenced the loot hoarder. All right, so that's just special on many fronts. Let's go ahead and draw a card.
Give me that.
If only you could like.
You say.
If only there was a way that you could like pick an opponent and say, I want to play all the rest of my games against this person. That would be then who I would pick. Alright, so he's mostly dead. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13. If I can get one more point of damage, I win.
You know, take candle.
Mustard admits as well, I've just logged back on, and the first chat was, well, I don't have one, but my sister does. That is a good time to come back. Execute! Well, this is a little bit of insult to injury, for sure. I can't win, so we'll just kill that off. There's the Venture Co.
I got this.
Ling, 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 ling. Alright, it's over, or should be over. He could play like a Sunwalker or something that would delay things a little bit. Doobity boobity 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 boobity. Fairy Dragon, alright, that's not gonna make a difference. So Venture Mercenary bringing home the bacon. 2 games. Grizzly, okay, Grizzly, yeah. That's fine. Let's just end this. Come on, pass your turn, bud. There's literally nothing you can do. Oh, jeez. He's played 2 minions and he's gonna sit on the clock. Are you really gonna sit there and let the timer run out? Is that what he's gonna do? So not only is this person terrible, but now I don't actually feel bad for bad-mouthing them because they are griefing me a little bit here. With literally nothing that they could even possibly do. No matter what their cards are, they're just gonna walk away from the computer. Watch me squash some vegetables. Alright, thanks for passing the turn. Bibbity,
I shall do as you
boobity,
say.
but And that's the game. Wow. Well, it's another free victory here. That person was probably on an iPad. I don't know why I'm like prejudiced against people who play Hearthstone on iPad. I just assume if they're on an iPad, they must be a little bit worse. They're a little bit more casual. I don't know. Blue Elf Thunder says not gonna play Hearthstone on iPad. That's for certain. Rocky Logo says I have 6 2-drops in the deck. Start with 4 4-drops, then get a 5 and 7 next. I'm sorry. You might still win that game, and if so, you got your bad luck out of the way when it didn't even matter. Let's do this thing. Paladin. Oh no! Why are there so many paladins? Definitely seeing a different mix of classes now that the hunters got nerfed, though. The first arena had a bunch of hunters, but then slowed down significantly. We'll keep the Wrathy Weapons, but it's such a good card on turn 4 sometimes. It's worth keeping. And I'll probably coin into a Sunfree Protector just to try to keep his board clear of recruits, because it's so important to have board control versus a Paladin. Alright, we're going to do it. So my hope is that he doesn't make a recruit. I hope he just plays a real card that I can use Heroic Strike on. But if he does play a recruit, so be it. At least I'm there to kill it, to stop him from growing.
Reporting for duty.
Blue Out Thunder asks, when is a good time? And Mustard Mitt answers immediately. That is a fact. Dark Fate says, I use it jokingly when playing against friends. That's also a valid use for it, to be sure. Flesh-Eating Ghoul is a great target for Heroic Strike. Yep. Killity, killity, coolity, kibbity. And then next turn, hopefully I can actually drop this Weaponsmith. That would be nice. Battle Rage hilariously only draws me 1 card because I myself am not damaged. The armor up and then Heroic Striking afterwards against a Flesh-Eating Ghoul did not do enough damage to me.
Just me and Mr.
Just you and Mr. Bitey, huh? Nuts. I think this is still the best thing I can do, though. Yeah. Just wanna do that. Kill this. Swing. I couldn't clear his board. There was no way I could have cleared it without using Execute, that is. Actually, I couldn't have even cleared it with Execute, so never mind. So he got to keep a creature around. Let's see if he's able to take advantage of it. Well, kind of. So he spends his whole turn consecrating, but I still have the axe to kill this off, so unless he has a Hand of Protection or something, which he doesn't. And that wasn't so great. I get to hit this, heal up, play a Loot Hoarder, and we're back in business, ladies and gentlemen, with a Fiery War Axe and maybe even a Cult Master, depending on what he plays. I can actually do both Cult Master and Fiery War Axe next turn, which is pretty slick.
Truth is my shield.
Sunwalker. I might need to do Cult Master and Fiery War Axe. Mortal Strike is cute, but not cute enough. Let's go ahead and Cult Mast it up. Loot Hoarder pops the Divine Shield. Draws me 2 cards. And I could actually kill this with Cruel Taskmaster or Fiery War Axe. Let's choose the Fiery War Axe because I'm holding Execute. So I might as well keep the Cruel Taskmaster Execute combo and let myself have a weapon in the hand. I should have actually done this before playing the Fiery War Axe, but it's alright. So he's got card advantage. Sorry, he's got life advantage, but I have card advantage now. I've got 6, 7, 8 cards. He only has 6. And I've got this to kill a recruit if need be. Cruel Taskmaster can also kill a recruit if needed. He actually has another Sunwalker. That is pretty special. Oh man, this is actually difficult to kill now. Alright. I could throw away the Fiery War Axe and and put an Arcanite Reaper on. I could do Cruel Taskmaster, ping off the Divine Shield, and Arcanite Reaper. Throwing away a tick of the Fiery War Axe. Alternatively, I could Fiery War Axe, pop the Divine Shield, Cruel Taskmaster, throw away the Cult Master. Okay, so that's the question. What do I throw away? Well, the Cult Master plan lets me also play the Tiger, so I replace the Cult Master with the Tiger. I think that's better than throwing the Fiery War Axe away. So we're going to hit this. Cruel Taskmaster. Bop. And then the Tiger is nice. I'm a little bit low on health now for sure. having smashed 2 Stonewalkers with my face. But that'll just make Mortal Strike better, potentially.
May my ancestors.
And I have the Kodo for killing this unless it gets buffed somehow. Ah, jeez. He gives me a taste of my own medicine here. The Cruel Taskmaster. I could kill it with Mortal Strike, so how desperate am I to not give him a card? Not that desperate. Let's just do the Kodo here while it's good. Run that away. Alright. Get some health that I need rather desperately and hit him for 5. So he's got 6 cards to my 7. I have a very comfortable grip on this game, I would say. Decent odds of getting a pretty good battle rage with all these 5 toughness minions. I'll be pretty happy to kill this with a Mortal Strike.
Reporting for duty.
And yes, I will do that. So we're gonna Mortal Strike this thing. I could Fiery War Axe, but I'd rather play Senjin. Or actually, I'd rather Battle Rage. What am I talking about? Well, no, I don't want to Battle Rage right now. I'd rather play Senjin. So yeah, we're gonna do this, this, and this. Pass the turn.
Don't mess with Tusker.
Blue Elf Thunder reminds us that Mortal Strike is strictly worse than Fireball, which I really am annoyed by. I would love a Whirlwind here. Oh man, that would be the greatest. Oh Jesus. Wow, this is getting intense. Okay, so he just laid it all out there, and I actually got Whirlwind. Oh my lord. Alright, let's go ahead and do this though. We'll kill this thing. So I'm more concerned about spell damage than anything else. We're going to Battle Rage for 4 cards. So I just got to sprint for a 5 mana discount. That seems good. Yep. Now we Whirlwind. Everything dies. I don't want to play stuff that dies to Consecration. Fortunately, that's pretty much everything I have. So we'll do Fiery War Axe to kill this. Berserker. I'm gonna armor up in lieu of playing the Arcane Golem because I am much more concerned about Consecration than anything else. So Consecration kills 2 of my minions. The Tiger and this guy lives, and this guy gets enraged. Baron of Fate says, "Ah, I made it. Welcome, Baron of Fate. Good to see you."
Get behind.
Booty Bay number 2. Well, the first one was bad. This one's not going to be any better, I'm afraid. In fact, I might be able to kill him this turn. Holy Light. Ah, okay. So he's playing that card. Let's think about the situation here. I could... Let's think. I could play Raid Leader, trade this in for that. Slam my own guy. 5, 10, 13... 16. I have the kill, don't I? Yes. So, Raid Leader. Slam. No, my own guy. Slamming my own guy. This kills the Booty Bay. Swing. Ling. A ling. A ling. And I actually forgot about the Raid Leader buffing everything else up as well. So yes, I didn't even need the Arcane Golem. Whew. That was a pretty good win. So that was like probably my worst matchup. I'd rather honestly play a mage than a paladin most of the time as a warrior. Assuming equal quality decks. And we won it in pretty high fashion, so I'm pretty happy about that. Dark Fate says, you know what Hearthstone is missing? Damage over time effects. I beg to differ, sir. Corruption. Hello. Gotta have that kill the enemy over time. That's pretty great. Woo! Yeah, damage over time. It's tricky to make that work in Hearthstone because most minions have a very short shelf life. So it's difficult to make anything that works over time be effective. Baron of Fate says, damage over time? That'd be useless. Corruption? Basically useless. Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. Dark Fate suggests giving druids and priests healing over time as well. Hello. I don't want to dismiss that completely, but it'd be hard. It'd be a very difficult design challenge to make overtime effects in Hearthstone that don't suck. I mean, we already have destroy over time, and that's terrible. Like, corruption is 1 mana, destroy over time, and everybody laughs at how bad it is. So it'd be very, very difficult to actually you know, make a card that does damage over time and isn't awful. Now, if she weren't a mage, I would have played Novice Engineer, but since she is a mage, and Fire Blast can kill the Novice Engineer, I'll have to bait her use of the Fire Blast on the Berserker and the Worgen Infiltrator to stop her from doing anything else on her turn. Dark Fate suggests, what about damage to the face, though? Oh, yeah. Okay. That could actually work if it was to the face. The problem there, though, is that direct damage is bad. There's really no card in Hearthstone that only damages the face that's any good. Mind Blast is 5 damage for 2 mana. It's super efficient. Still terrible. Baron of Fate says, by the way, I'm the guy who has the really long name that comments on your videos. Yes, I know you. I remember you. You even told me you were Baron of Fate. And I was like, hey, that's familiar. Alright, we're going to go ahead and Fiery War Axe this thing. Use the Novice Engineer to kill off the damaged Golem. Yep. And here we'll play the Sun Fairy Protector in lieu of Armoring Up. I think it's worth it to get this out. Got this Arcanite Reaper here, which could have been some other good card, and it isn't. So if she plays like a Senjin or a Yeti, I might end up having to waste this. Well, I'll slam it and then finish it off with the Fiery War Axe. Dark Fate says, so like, for example, deal 1 damage per turn for 4 turns. Well, let's consider this. Deal 1 damage per turn for 4 turns is definitely bad. Because there's already Sinister Strike, which deals 3 damage all at once, and that's terrible. It's only playable in like really aggressive deck or spell power decks. So it'd have to be a lot of damage, but then if it's a lot of damage, it takes a long time, and then the game would be over by then. It'd be very difficult to pull it off. Dark Fate says, anyway, you guys are probably right that it would be terrible. I just thought it might be interesting. I think it is interesting. It's hard, it's really difficult to say what would be a good way to pull it off. I'm going to play Ventricle Mercenary, so I'm not going to use up that Fiery War Axe because I am holding Slam, and Slam plus Fiery War Axe is the same as Arcanite Reaper. So I don't want to waste this thing against her face just yet. Now this, I'm not planning to kill her with it. She's at maximum health. I want to get her to use a Fireball or a Polymorph against it, basically. And she does. She obliges me. She's going to coin. Oh, please have 2 power. Please have 2 power. Please have 2 power. It's a Swamp Ooze. Are you goddamn kidding me? Well, that sucks. So it's not 2 power, and it kills my weapon. I'm not going to slam this. I think it's worthwhile to keep this slam to draw a card later, or to turn on my execute. This 2-1 threatens to kill the ooze. She can ping off the 2-1, of course, but then my mechanic will kill the ooze, then she can ping off the mechanic, I suppose. This is not a good situation. Come on, please play something I can kill with my Kodo. Please. Storm Suck Commando. Oh, jeez. What's going on? Mirror Image. Oh, Jesus. So now I need like a Consecration, but I'm not a Paladin. She actually left this thing alive. Alright, we're Kodoing. We're Kodoing here. It's happening. Yeah. Because this at least lets me kill off one of her creatures. Mirror Image dies, 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 and we're gonna play Loot Hoarder now. She pings that I get a card I don't really mind, and actually I'm gonna be ahead on cards here. It's 6 cards on the screen to 5. I'm gonna draw my 7th. Threatening to kill the ooze with my 2-2. Got this 3-3, or 3-5, and I can deal up to 7 damage with Slam plus Arcanite Reaper, so it's looking pretty good. If he plays a 6 or 7 drop, that might be difficult to deal with, but then she's not pinging away my Loot Hoarder. In fact, that's exactly what happened. Alright. So Mortal Strike, unfortunately, only deals 4 damage, because it's a terrible card. Let's go ahead and slam. Before making any final judgments. Battle Rage. I can play Raid Leader in Battle Rage, but then I cannot play Arcanite Reaper. And if I do play Raid Leader, this only will get down to 1 health. Ah, jeez. Okay. We're gonna have to hang on to that Battle Rage, I suppose. Well, I could play the Raid Leader and use the Loot Hoarder to kill this and the Kodo to kill that. Be left with a Raid Leader on the board? Well, that can't be good. Alright, we're gonna play Arcanite Reaper here. Well, let's actually do this. I'm doing this anyway, so I might as well do it first. If I get Execute, then I can kill this Strongman Champion. Nope, not a chance. We're gonna play Arcanite Reaper then. Take 6 damage. A little bit scary to take that much damage against a mage, but I'm still at 20 health. She's only got 4 cards. I've got a weapon and a Kodo on the board, Mortal Strike for some removal, Raid Leader for buffing, and I can armor up with my hero ability. Some people are talking about ways to fix Mortal Strike.
What to do?
Popular opinion is that the fact that this card is strictly worse than Fireball is not a problem. I disagree, though. I think it's horrifically bad game design to have a card from one class that is strictly worse than a card from another class. But people don't seem to think it's a problem, and if people don't think it's a problem, Blizzard's probably not going to fix it. Which is annoying, because I wish they would. Well, let's go ahead and play Battle Rage for 2 cards. It's good enough. Arcane Golem, nice. Cult Master. Ah, Cult Master, very good. So this is why you draw cards first, because this is amazing now. I'm going to give her an extra mana. It doesn't matter. It's only for 1 turn. We'll hang on to the weapon, I think, and get... Actually, is it worth it to hang on to the weapon? Not really when I have 2 other weapon cards. That's kind of silly. Yeah, let's just kill this thing. I think creatures are more valuable than cards at this point. So I have 7 cards to 3. I'm completely wrecking her face on cards. Baron of Fate suggests making Mortal Strike 3 mana, but keeping the ability the way it is. That would be pretty good, actually. I like that. That is actually my favorite change. It's a simple change, and it also fixes all the problems with the card from a game design standpoint and a balance standpoint. Now, I don't think Blizzard is ever going to change it, because their philosophy is that cards should not be changed unless it's absolutely necessary. And it's not absolutely necessary to change Mortal Strike. It's fine the way it is. Like, the game functions the way it is. So they're probably never going to change it, which is annoying. But that's just how it is, I guess. Alright, she's going to ping something. Trying to ping away the Cult Master. Fair enough. Alright. Mortal Strike is not turned on yet, as it were. I could throw the Kodo away. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw the Kodo away against the Cobra. Draw a card. I'm not going to fatigue myself. I'm not really in danger of that. We've got enough cards here. I don't mind throwing the Cult Master away. Play the Tiger. Now we're going to armor up. Now, why not play the Fiery War Axe? Well, like when I always say you should Fiery War Axe instead of armoring up. Well, the reason is that I might want to play Arathi Weaponsmith next turn instead of Fiery War Axe. So that's why I don't want to commit to the Fiery War Axe here. Plus, I'm getting low on life against a mage, so that's another reason to armor up. So Blue Old Thunder says, if you made Mortal Strike 3 mana, it would be strictly worse than Kill Command. I apologize if I offended anybody, but I'm turning on my pedantic hat. If this cost 3 mana, it would not be strictly better than Kill Command. You could argue that it would be better, but you cannot argue that it would be strictly better, because strictly means better in every instance, and of course the cards are very, very different from each other. This is nothing to do with beasts. The Kill Command does. So it would not be strictly better than Kill Command. The reason I am pedantic about that, I promise there's a reason. It's because I really do think that that's a useful term when talking about games. One thing being strictly better than another. It conveys a lot of meaning, and I don't want that to be lost to the sands of linguistic time. But you could argue it would be better, but I think personally that the cards in that case would be different enough that I would be okay with it. Because, I mean, it would be a 4/6 for 3 mana, but the thing is that it's much easier to get a beast on the table than it is to be at 12 or less health. So I feel like it's fair that this would be better, have like a better upside and a better default value than the Kill Command. Alright, she polymorphs my 5/5, which I'm okay with. That's not really that big of a deal. She'll actually kill it off. It's not a big deal either. Since my opponent is completely out of cards, I think it's totally fair to just use Mortal Strike on this. And it's also pretty reasonable to hit her in the face with all of my weapons, because I'm actually starting to overload. So if you've ever wondered why I'm so paranoid about not taking too many weapons, this is a good illustration. Like, I have so many weapons here that I actually am basically playing with dead cards. She actually top decked a Flame Strike, which is pretty hilarious, because that's the one thing that really did not need to happen. I have technically 12 damage here, but if she puts up Taunt at any point, this is like over many turns. I'm gonna put this down. I think it would be incorrect to hold on to this, because its threat to deal 2 damage when the opponent is this low on health is very significant. It deals 1 damage coming into play, but it deals 2 damage when it's on the board already. Alright, she's going to ping the Acolyte for a card, so she has 5 mana to work with still. Man, Flame Strike, good top deck, followed by Ooze, another good top deck. Are you friggin' kidding me? Okay, okay, so we're going to go ahead and play Violet Teacher, Fiery War Axe, going all the way to the face. She must get Taunt or Life Gain now, or I guess an Ooze, in order to survive. She will get to draw 2 cards, because the card for the turn will be combined with the card from this Acolyte. Pretty amazing top decks. Flame Strike to clear the board, Acolyte for card draw, Ooze to kill my weapon. Kind of remarkable top decking here. But, you know, she's actually doing pretty well, considering I've drawn 5 more cards than she has. That's after 1 Acolyte draw already. She's actually doing quite well. So can she play Life Gain or Taunt? She needs to. She's actually going to throw the Acolyte away this way, holding on to all of her mana. Which is fine, because that lets her kill the Cruel Taskmaster. Okay, so does she have a Taunt? She does have a Taunt. Does she have a way to kill the Violet Teacher? That would just be something, if she actually top decked, like, Taunt and a kill for the Violet Teacher. Does she have it? She actually has a way of killing the Violet Teacher. I am in utter disbelief at the things that are taking place right here. Okay, I'm not going to hit her with the Fiery War Axe. I'm not going to hit this bear because if the Violet Teacher lives to kill the bear, then the axe will get the killing blow. Or if I draw some other answer for the bear, I'll want, like, if let's say she kills the Violet Teacher, and I've already used the axe to kill the bear. If I got something else that kills the bear, then I'd be in trouble. Anyway, she concedes. That's great. Kind of a silly game here. All right. And a few folks are pointing out that there's a discussion like, is 4 damage for 3 mana bad? Well, I submit that you have Shadow Bolt for. Oh shoot! Oh god! Oh no! Guys, we can't have Mortal Strike cost 3 mana, because then it would be strictly better than Shadow Bolt. Shadow Bolt is 4 damage to a minion only for 3 mana. If you made Mortal Strike 4 damage to minion or the face for 3 mana, and it got better at low health, then it would be strictly better than Shadow Bolt, and the whole reason we're fixing the card in the first place is to avoid one card being strictly better than another. So yeah, we can't do that. It would have to be like 3 mana. You'd have to do like something else. You'd have to make it like 3 mana for 3 damage, and if you're at 12 health or below, then it deals 6, or then it deals 5. I don't know, but you can't have it. You can't keep it at 4 if you're dropping it to 3. Oh poop! Shadow Bolt, says Baron of Fate. Yeah. Blue Elf Thunder says, why can Shadow Bolt only target enemy minions? That's bad. It is bad. I agree completely. It's terrible. It's not a good card. I mean, people will take it, but I don't know if it... Does it even see any use in Constructed? I don't think it does. In Arena, they'll take it because removal is just good, but it's just not the greatest that it could be. She plays a Wolf, which I'm actually okay with, because if she had daggered up and killed this, then I wouldn't have had much to do this turn, but as it is, I get to play Fiery War Axe, get some card advantage right back, kill them both. Blue Elf Thunder suggests increase the damage of low health. Yeah, even making it 7, just so it's not strictly worse than Fireball, would be fine. In my opinion. A little bit of a weapon glut with the Fiery War Axe and the Weaponsmith. If she doesn't oblige me by giving me something else to kill, I could be in trouble. She's going to hit me in the face. Interesting choice. I wouldn't do that, generally, against warriors. They can heal a lot. I mean, it's the only thing they can do. I'm not gonna waste this on her face. She's got full health. I feel like it'll get used up normally. So Shib is a good answer to the raid leader. She gets to draw a card, kill it, and is she gonna re-dagger up? Is that what she's doing? She is. Okay, so she hit me in the face. It was actually, you know, not a wasted point of damage. I have nothing to do right now. Oh, thank goodness I have something to do. Okay, we're going to play the Grizzly. Still going to hang on to the weapon. Next turn, I want to be able to hit something and also play the tiger. I don't want to be remaking my axe. Mustard Mitt says, if we just talked about card backs, it won't matter if we disagree with each other, and it will require less thought on a Friday night. Well, it's only Friday afternoon over here, Mustard Mitt. So, bring on the thought. Thought is great. Baron of Fate suggests, what if Mortal Strike had a 1 base damage, but it gained a point of damage for every 5 health loss? I think that would be too weak. And it would become a very complicated card, whereas the current card is very simple. It's a tough card to fix. I mean, we could almost just say, let's make Fireball 5 damage instead of 6. Still be a very good card. But mages are already weak and constructed, so I doubt Blizzard would do that. I'm actually okay with Blizzard keeping, like, bad cards in the game, because, honestly, bad cards don't screw up the game as much as good cards do. Like, yes, it's annoying when you have to draft a bad card, but other than that, you know, you have that happen, you laugh about it, you've got a bad card in your deck, whatever, you move on. It's the broken cards, the too good cards, that really ruin a game. So I'm okay with them focusing on making sure there aren't any overly powerful cards, rather than, you know, changing every slightly weak card that comes up. This is a very weak turn. My opponent just had an extremely weak turn, which I'm fine with. So what we get to do here is think. I could either hit this and heal it with the Farseer, or I could play this in the Berserker. Why don't we just do that? So I get to kill that Cult Master, swing for 5. Play the Berserker. Gonna remember to put this in the middle against Betrayal. Baron of Fate says we should talk Poison Seeds instead. Well, Baron of Fate, what do you think about Poison Seeds? Blue Elf Thunder says Poison Seeds is an okay card. I agree. I don't think it's going to break Hearthstone. I don't think it's going to dwarf the metagame. I think it's just a card that it would be nice to have as an option in certain Druid decks. I think it's going to be fine. I don't think it's going to be any problems. She chooses to kill my Enragey guy instead of killing the 3/3. Interesting choice. She remakes the dagger before attacking, which is definitely wrong, so my opponent slips up a little bit there. Alright, well, let's see. Can I win? What is this? 5, 8, 10? No, can't win, so we're going to kill the defender. Run in here. I'm actually going to... Wait, do I even want to play that? I'm not even going to play that. Yeah, that'd be silly. Let's just play a Boulder Fist Ogre. I'm going to hit her in the face. I'm getting a little low on health. I've got another weapon behind this. Might as well get my damage through while I can. This is actually 11, 14, 17 damage. I'm threatening lethal here. Baron of Fate says that Poison Seeds is interesting. It's got a lot of combos at high mana and is very Unleash the Hounds-esque. That's quite the compliment. I think it is Unleash the Hounds-esque in the sense that there's a lot of potential for it to combo. Like if you do Force of Nature on turn 10, and then you play Poison Seeds and you make all your trees permanent. But I don't think it's Unleash the Hounds-esque in the sense that it's broken, because I don't think it's going to like screw up Hearthstone or anything like that. Anyway, let's just go ahead and win this game. Boobity 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 boo! And my opponent even gave me a well played. How nice. Alright, that is our 5th win, is it not? Or did I already have a head start on that daily quest? Beep. Nope, it's our 5th win. Doing pretty well here with this warrior. I think I'll be sad if I don't make it to 7. Honestly, after drafting this deck, I felt like if I didn't make it to 7 to be a little bit sad. So the second game loss was a little bit disheartening, but really all the wins were pretty strong. Soul of the Forest combos with it too. You have to be careful with Soul of the Forest though, because you could run out of space on your board. Well, I guess only if you have like Death Rattle effects that bring other minions into play. But the thing is that
I will fight with honor.
even playing like a regular token druid deck just right now, sometimes you run into problems running out of space on the field. If you have like an Imp Master and a Violet Teacher and then like all this stuff, you can actually run out of space. So you have to be a little bit careful with that. But yeah, you're right. Soul of the Forest, just that, and and Poison Seeds is fine. So why am I coining out a Fiery War Axe, you ask? Well, I'm going to use it to kill his recruits. That's why. I'm going to play Loot Hoarder next to prepare against other bigger things.
Mind if I roll knee?
Got a Loot Hoarder here, which is fine. So he's chosen to cycle a card instead of make a recruit, which is totally fair.
Mind if I roll knee?
He's also nullifying the card advantage of Fiery War Axe, which is fine. What's weird is in my token Druid deck, I actually took out Soul of the Forest. It was just too often. I would always just kept wishing it was some other card. It just didn't quite do enough. But maybe Poison Seeds would make it worthwhile. Wait, no, what am I talking about? Hang on. Soul of the Forest Poison Seeds does fill up the board. If you have 4 minions on the board and you play Soul of the Forest and Poison Seeds, you would get 8 2/2s. You would, in fact, run out of space then. So yeah, that is a problem. That is a problem. You can only do it with a maximum of 3 minions without running out of board space. Alright, Harvest Golem. Recruit. Luckily, he didn't have a recruit already on the table, or else he could have killed my Violet Teacher. This Violet Teacher is going to die no matter what. Whirl will not give me a Violet Student, because it will die. Okay.
Instruction begins.
Let's do this. And this. And we're gonna pass. Okay. So he's gonna have this damaged golem here that I couldn't get rid of, but at least it'll die to a whirlwind potentially. He will, of course, kill the Violet Teacher off. This does not quite kill the Kodo, which is good news for me. He will pop the Divine Shield and use the damage golem to finish it off. That's fine. So now we do Fiery War Axe. One Berserker. Hits. And draw. Baron of Fate says, you don't have space, but once again, who cares? It's the problem of maximizing. That's true. However, if you are playing with cards and you find that you are wasting some of the effects, that means by definition, you are overpaying for whatever effect you got. Because the cards in Hearthstone are balanced around their, the mana cost and everything are balanced around their effects. So if you're getting less for the card than what you should get, that means you must have overpaid for it. And so it's dangerous to build a strategy around it. That's my opinion. We're going to go ahead and execute this, but I will still play Cult Master, even though I'm not planning to throw away the, even though I'm not actually going to throw away the Berserker. Oh, I can actually Whirlwind execute. No, we're going to hang on to that for later. We're just going to go ahead and do this. This. Oh, I armored up first. That was silly. And we're going to do that. So now, with Whirlwind, I can actually deal 6 damage to something. Because this will become enraged and do 5, and this will deal 1, so that's a total of 6. And then this I can deal 11 damage to something. So even though Warrior's not the greatest at bringing down big things, I can actually do that right here. Venging Grasp should actually clear my board. If I get lucky and it doesn't hit the Cult Master, which is not what happened, I could actually get a card. But actually, that was weird. It really hit my face a lot, so I got left with a 5 too. That's kind of cool. Alright, so this Loot Hoarder is annoying. I could use Whirlwind to kill it, but I'd actually rather waste the Arcanite Reaper than waste the Whirlwind. Let's hit 5. Shields up. Mortal Strike now deals 6 damage. Yes, I got a Fireball. Woo! He has 6 cards. That is like 4 too many. I feel like you should have 2 cards by this point, with all the weapons that I've played, and all the life that I've lost. So I'm in a little bit of trouble if I don't get Battle Rage pretty soon here. Baron of Fate points out that if you're losing tokens with Poison Seeds and Soul of the Forest, then you're basically upgrading them to 2/2s. Still, though, you paid resources to get those tokens. So you're still losing something there. It may not be much, but something is being lost in that exchange. Or is it worth it to spend a fireball to kill a questing adventurer, or should I just use the Arcanite Reaper and the Sunfree Protector? Oh man, I think I need board presence. I think I need more board presence more than anything. So I'm going to do this. This. This was an overpriced Fiery War Axe. Pass the turn. 5 cards to 3. Whirlwind will kill off any of his recruits. And prime me for Battle Rage, but I have to get Battle Rage to win this game. I just can't win otherwise.
Reporting for duty.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Okay, he's gonna buff up the recruit in his turn. It's fine. Defender of Arcus. Oh, that's a lot of buffing. Can I please get Battle Rage? Pretty please. Battle Rage! Ah! Balls. Well,
It's time for a little blow.
we gotta take care of business here, I guess. So this can kill that, this can kill that thing. I guess we have to Whirlwind. Although if I Whirlwind, Light's Justice will finish off this engine. Doesn't really accomplish much, does it? Crap, I have to pass the turn. This is bad. I needed Battle Rage, didn't get it. And so I lost the game. So that means I'm going to be at 5-2, which is a little bit dicey. That's a closer call than I would have liked to have for making it to 7 wins. He's actually going to... Oh, is he going to kill me this turn? I am pretty low on health. Ouch. Reckless Racketeer. And what's the killing blow? Blessing of Might. Well played. Oh, man. That was a sad game. So I played a ton of weapons, but I just could not get card advantage, even with all of the weapons. Too bad. He was too good. Nuts. Well, now I have to win 2 in a row just to make it to 7 and not be sad. That is quite a shame. I'm not sure this deck is good enough to reliably win 2 games in a row. I think I have a better than average chance, but still, you can get unlucky and lose. And if you play Hearthstone enough, you will eventually get unlucky. It must happen. So yeah, whether Poison Seeds on totems being wasted with Soul of the Forest is or isn't efficient, it is, as Baron of Fate said in the chat, a matter of perspective. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it's risky to build a strategy around it, because you've got to figure the cards were balanced to get full value. Boba says, greetings! Baron of Fate gives him some salutations. Mustard Mitt says, finger crossed for a turn 1 Elven Archer to the face. Keep him crossed. Keep him crossed for a good long while. Would have liked to keep this engine, but didn't really have enough to play, so I had to mulligan him back. Blue Up Thunder notes that it has already happened today, and in fact, I got Elven Archer to the face once on turn 1. It was pretty great. Dark Fate asks, but really, who plays Elven Archer? Apparently, a lot of people. A lot of people want to play that card. I have 3 Fiery War Axes. Nary a 1 is to be seen here. At least I got a 2-drop to play. That's good. So we'll see if he wants to use a Rockbiter weapon or Lightning Bolt to kill it off, or if he'll just make a humble totem for me to munch on. He does have Rockbiter weapon, which is unfortunate. That means he's not overloaded next turn. At least it means that without a coin, he's not making a totem, and he's not going to use his coin here. Alright, we're going to get back-to-back Iron for Grizzlies for Shizzly. One of these could have been a Flesh-Eating Ghoul, and I'm pretty happy that it isn't. I'd much rather have the Tauntage for now. Now he makes a totem on turn 3. Gets the spell damage. No Rockbiter, no Lightning Bolt this time. That's cool. I will actually play this. Don't mind using the axe to kill the totem. And getting some damage to the face going. This deck has a lot of weapons, so I'm okay with using this for totems. Makes another totem. He's got a very slow start, so I'm kind of worried about what he might do later. Is he actually going to pass on turn 4? He's actually passing on turn 4. Man, he's got something crazy. But that's okay. I will play the Tiger. My stuff survives against Lightning Storm. 50-50 odds here, and this definitely survives. And he's already at 19 health. He's done absolutely nothing all game. I have Heroic Strike Execute to kill anything, except for Divine Shield creatures. He plays a Tiger, which is extremely unimpressive when you're this far behind. Can I actually win? What do we got? 6, 11, 15 damage. Not quite enough. Let's draw a card.
Hope you like my invention.
Monty Berserker? I'd rather do the Grizzly than the Berserker. Swinging, swinging, swinging. And now, if I can deal 4 more damage next turn, Heroic Strike is the game. So he pretty much has to have a spell damage Lightning Storm, then use the Tiger to kill my Tiger, or else he loses. This person was a little bit too slow. He's fishing for spell damage. He finds healing, not good enough. He has Lightning Storm, but he's got 3 coin flips to win. 1 in 8 odds that he wins them all. And he wins the ones on the bears, which was critical because actually that allows him to kill off my Tiger and live for another turn. That was actually kind of crazy. 1 in 4 odds of winning the coin flip on both of the bears. Doesn't matter though, we've got an Arcane Golem. And we have a turn 7 win against a Lightning Storm and a Rockbiter weapon. Decent amount of interference, but he didn't play anything else. Good times. Okay, so now we're at 6 and 2, a common place to be. And hoping to continue my streak here of making it to 7 wins a lot lately. Baron of Fate notices the Murloc Tidecaller there. Yeah, that was special. Dark Fate says, good lord, what is in that hand that was worth holding on to for so long? I don't know. Maybe 7 Fire Elementals? I mean, definitely not Hexes, Rockbiters, Lightning Bolts. I think the Lightning Storm came from the left side of his hand, so I think he might have held that for a turn too long. Mustard Mitt says the Tidecaller, obviously. Oh god, that was hilarious. Alright, we're up against a mage here. I can't keep Battle Rage Whirlwind as cute as that is. And the raid leader's bad too. So that all has to be Mulligan. Looking for my Fiery War Axes. Nope, nope, and almost, but nope. Oh man, I cannot get a good hand here, which is quite unfortunate. And we're up against a mage, which is not good either. Ventrico, oh Jesus. Well, if I win this game, that'll be impressive. But if I lose, it'll just because I got a really bad draw. Blue Elf Thunder asks, who plays Murloc Tidecaller? Yep, that's the question I want to know about. Coin for something that hopefully dies to Heroic Strike and is not a loot hoarder. Bloodslide Raider, alright. Please, can I get a Fiery War Axe? There's 3 of them in the deck. Come on. Give it to me. Nope. It's actually a little bit unlikely for this deck to not have any Fiery War Axes or any 3-drops. Or anything else, obviously. That's pretty sad. Please, can you Fire Blast my face? That would be great. Nope, not a chance. I want to play this engine. Obviously, I can't. Whirlwind is useless. Ah, Jesus. Oh, yeah, if I lose this game, it's just because I had a terrible slow start. Nothing but Heroic Strike, despite mulliganing my entire hand. I could have kept Raid Leader, but, I mean, still pretty bad odds. I think mulliganing Raid Leader was correct. She actually has a slow turn here. She actually Fire Blasts my face. That's really good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play the... turn late. I'm going to play the Dragonwing Mechanic. Now, the reason for that is this doubles my odds of killing off this Sorcerer's Apprentice. I'm putting more on the board than the Senjin. This would just die to a Fireball. This, she'd need to have a couple of different things. And does she? While she's freezing this, she's kind of committing to killing it next turn, I guess. I'm alright with that. So here, why do I always get Whirlwind with my Violet Teacher? That's quite frustrating. Kodo's useless. This, I could try to bait out some removal. This is a bit of a safer play. I'm gonna do this. I bet she's got it. I bet she's got the goods. I bet she's gonna polymorph for Fireball this. And this will slow down her board development, having to take out this minion. She's got the Fireball, fine. This Sorcerer's Apprentice is so amazing, it gave her the extra mana she needed to be able to Fire Blast this to death. Frustrating. It also gave her the mana that she did the previous turn to be able to Fire Blast. Oh my god. Alright, well, anyway, we're going to go ahead and play this engine. I'm at 20 health already, so I need to preserve life. The good news is I'm fine on cards. She has 7 to my 6. I'm about to draw my 7. So I'm okay on cards. Ascension's holding up the board. She's used a Fireball on the Ventrico. I might get a lucky kill with Kodo. That, I think it would be necessary for me to get ahead this game. And I can also perhaps get a Battle Rage later on, although it'd be a little bit too soon. What's she Fire Blasting? My Senjin, okay. She'll win Yeti, and what else? Mirror Image. Arcane Missiles. Please don't hit the Loot Hoarder. First thing it hits is the Loot Hoarder, and of course it also hits the Senjin, letting the Sorcerer Apprentice kill the Senjin off right now. That is remarkable. Oh my god. Well, at least I got the Arcanite Reaper. So, I am very low on health, but I'm a warrior, so we're just gonna have to suck it up. And armor up later on. 15 health, I shouldn't die immediately. I'm ahead on cards. This might have to go on the face. I don't know if I could use it on her. I do have Execute, which can kill something with the help of the Berserker if I need to. Baron of Fate says, MVP Kodo time. Oh my god, that's like the worst thing I could have possibly hoped for. Okay, so we gotta play the Grizzly here and just pray, pray, pray that she cannot kill that Grizzly. Otherwise, I'm just totally screwed. Well, we're definitely just gonna throw the Arcanite Reaper at the face. I really can't afford to use minions, to hit minions with it anymore. This is just an amazing card for her. It's pretty remarkable how amazing it is. Good thing this wasn't... Oh, jeez, is she gonna play Flame Strike here? She's gonna play Blizzard. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Well, luckily this bear survives. But the Ravenwood Assassin's gonna stay in hiding, so she's gonna... Oh, she's actually gonna reveal it! Oh, that was a mistake. She should have definitely not revealed that. Ravenwood Assassin. Alright, we're gonna execute this thing. Get a 1-1. Play this. I have to hit the Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's gonna hit me anyway, so I might as well kill it. Armor up to 14. Pass the turn. Doing fine on cards. Life is scary, but I'm running out of cards, which means I'm gonna be armoring up every turn anyway, so it's fine. She screwed up horribly though, revealing the Ravenwood Assassin. It's very difficult for a warrior to kill a buried assassin or a stealth assassin. Alright, is she actually going to play a secret with her last 3 mana? Nope, she's just going to buff it up the old-fashioned way. Kodo is terrible! Oh my god. Can't catch a break to save my life. Alright, Ogre, okay, that is a break. That is a pretty good break. Let's think. Whirlwind, not that helpful. So we'll play Ogre. We'll hit this. Armor up. Gotta kill that thing. You have to kill everything she plays at this point. Alright, so let's see, I'm at 13 health. Fireball will kill me right now. But if she doesn't kill me this turn, I should be able to armor up a little bit. Baron of Fate asks, why didn't you kill the Sorceress? Has a better minion, use more mana? The answer is because Kodo is only 2 or less attack. And believe me, no one is more sad about that than I am. Okay, we finally get to do a little bit of Kodo action. First, though, let's get a card. Always draw cards first. Even though Kodo looks perfectly good here. Alright, Kodo time. Novice Engineer, very good draw. I'll get a card next turn. Okay, she's down to 2 cards. I didn't get to armor up, so Fireball still wins the game. Kodo, I've talked about this before, is just a maddening card. I keep wanting it to be either 4 mana or to kill 3 mana minions or something, but it doesn't do any of those things. Blood Knight, interesting choice there. I don't know if that was the right call, getting rid of the Divine Shield. But before we do anything else, let's draw a card ourselves. Fiery War Axe, oh Jesus. I mean, I need to clear her board here. It just has to happen. Okay, let's draw this card. Arcane Golem. Interesting. Yeah, the Arcane Golem deals more damage. Although, this way, I get more cards. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna Arcane Golem. So even though it might seem like it's better to use the Arcane Golem here, I'd actually much rather have more cards. So I'm gonna throw it away there so that the Kodo dies hitting the Blood Knight. Like this. Now I could Fiery War Axe this thing, go down to 7 health, up to 9. Pyroblast would win her the game at that point. I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to do this calmly. And she's only got 1 card, so I'm going to just play the Tiger. It's the biggest minion I've got. She's only getting 1 card now. I don't die to Pyroblast. I armor up faster than she can ping me down. I think this is looking pretty good. Portal Strike. This actually does deal 6 damage, so now I'm getting pretty close to being able to burn her out.
It's time for a little
Okay, we have... I'm not going to commit this yet. I don't want her to know what I have. So, the only thing I would counter this is a counter spell. Spellbender only works if you target minions, not the face. Blue Elf Thunder says she's playing her outs to explain why she used the Blood Knight there. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that was probably better than it's probably better to have a 6/6 and a 4/5 taunt than a 4/5 taunt Divine Shield and a 3/3.
I wonder.
All right, she shouldn't be able to kill me. I've got 15 health now. Frostbolt doesn't do anything. She's gonna Frostbolt my face now. She's gonna Frostbolt the Tiger and Arcane Missiles, hoping to get the kill on the Tiger. She does get the kill on the Tiger. Unfortunately, she also enraged my guy. That doesn't matter though. She was gonna lose anyway. I had Whirlwind to enrage this thing, so now she knows she's down to 1 health.
Who you want me kill?
Boink, a loink, and then Mortal Strike is a bit of overkill, but it's fine. Well, despite having a horribly bad draw, we win. If she'd had a Mana Worm on turn 1, I bet she would have won that game, but she didn't. She had a Mana Worm later, and my Kodo ate it, so that's fine. Baron of Fate notes that a warrior has lots of ways to pop the Divine Shield, which is totally true, and I did have the Whirlwind, so she made a good call there. I concede. Well, we made it to 7, which means I'm not sad. And with a little bit of luck, I can actually break 9,000 gold. Man, back when I was breaking 8,000, I was like, I never thought I'd break 8,000, because when I was breaking 7,000, I thought that was it. But I've actually had such a hot streak in the arena that I've been making, like, profit on the arena and on the daily quests. So that's pretty sweet. Alright, we actually get a good opening hand. I don't even know what this is. I don't know what this is. We're gonna Mulligan Slam, though. It's a better late game card. I'd rather fish for my Fiery War Axes. Well, didn't find them. This Whirlwind has been bad. There has not been a single game where the Whirlwind was like, oh yeah, thank God I had the Whirlwind. Kind of unfortunate. Probably that's due in part, at least, to the fact that I have not ever gotten to use it with Battle Rage. Loot Hoarder over the other two makes sense to me because it deals the same damage, and it doesn't really die to Lightning Bolt or Rock Biter. I mean, obviously it does die to those, but the opponent wouldn't want to use them. Alright, let's just get a card. Play the Berserker. We got a Bear next turn. Man, I've been really happy this has not been a Flesh-Eating Ghoul, although I do love the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, and I've been an avid proponent of the Flesh-Eating Ghoul for a while. The Grizzly has just been better pretty much every single time. Now I have 2 Grizzlies. One of them could have been a Ghoul, one of which could have been something else. And both of them, like every time I've ever had a Grizzly, I've always just been really happy it was that and not a Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Blue Elf Thunder says over 9,000! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Apparently that's some kind of joke that I don't know about. I'm sorry for not knowing the joke, but yes, I will be over 9,000 gold. Whoa! That's aggressive. So this tells us a lot of things. Number 1, the opponent doesn't have anything to do for a while, and he's just desperate to make plays. Or number 2, he's got a lot of hexes. He's holding like 3 hexes or something. And that would be the only conceivable reason why you'd ever hex an Amani Berserker. Okay. So we can take care of that. That's not a problem. Good old Harathi Weaponsmith. Boopity 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 boopity. And now I would use Battle Rage for 2 cards. If my opponent let my bear live. Baron of Fate says, doesn't know about over 9,000. How long have you used the internet? I've used the internet for a long time. To answer a joking question seriously, I got the internet like in the 90s. My parents were both computer programmers, so we had the internet for a good long while. But no, I don't know about the Dragon Ball Z joke. For my information. Thank you, Blue Elf Thunder. I don't know what the Dragon Ball Z joke... I know what Dragon Ball Z is. I don't know what the nature of the joke is. Anyway, I could Whirlwind, but that would kill off the bear and my frog, which would be sad. Let's just play my own Ventricle Mercenary, huh?
Yeah, you gotta be
Swing and swing. Okay, so now I'm gonna hang on to this because I don't have any other weapons. Pass the turn. So basically what I'm saying to my opponent is, alright, you can't play minions now, and I'm gonna kill you with mine faster than you can kill me with yours. He does have another Hex, though. Well, it's just another frog to stand in the way of his Ventrico Mercenary. So now what I can do after he kills, I assume, my bear with his Ventrico Mercenary, I can play Boulder Fist Ogre. And the Boulder Fist Ogre is protected from dying to this by 2 frogs. I can also execute that thing. Keep it simple, keep it safe. There's a certain logic to executing. Then I have to content myself with playing Ascension. No, let's play the Ogre. I really do think like it actually makes more sense for me to keep his Ventricle Mercenary alive. And because he can't play more minions on the board, he's not dealing any damage to me at all. He has to take out both of these frogs to kill my Ogre, which is possible if he has a Lightning Storm. But if he doesn't have Lightning Storm, he's screwed. Okay, no Lightning Storm, he's just killing the stupid frog. Yeah, well, I was right. I said he probably has 3 hexes, and that's exactly how many hexes we've just seen. Which is fine. I could Battle Rage for 2 cards here. I can actually get more than... I could Whirlwind for, like, a few cards, but that would require losing my frogs. I don't think I actually want to lose my frogs. It's not worth the cards, I don't think. Alright, let's do it. Let's do this. And Battle Rage for 2 cards. See what we got. Before we make any further commitments. I could slam this and execute it, but I could just execute it. So let's just execute this thing. And play Ascension. Okay. So his Ventrico Mercenary... He had the removal for my Ventrico Mercenary and for my Boulder Fist Ogre, which prevented me from racing him out completely. But he's now got 7 cards to my 9, and I've got a pretty big lead on the board with these frogs being quite a nuisance. Alright, well that's gonna happen. And I just used my execute. Okay. Well played. He's hanging on in there. Let's slam this stupid thing. And let's Fiery War Axe it a question. Is it worth whirlwinding? No, I still don't want to whirlwind because I don't want to lose my frogs. Throw that thing away. We're going to play Healer Man. And we're going to swing the face. Okay, well, let's see if he's got Lightning Storm, which would be the best card. It would kill my frogs, might kill this, and buff this up, letting it finish off my Ascension. He's got an Ooze for my Fiery War Axe. Good thing I have another Fiery War Axe behind it. Oh, man. I can't believe he had all those hexes. Well, I can. I said he probably does, and he did. This Rock Biter, which is not going to buff the Unbound Elemental. He's going to put the Rock Biter on the Unbound Elemental, which makes sense.
Drink with me, friend.
He's gonna panda this. Ooh, interesting choice. Not pandaing an Ooze versus a warrior. That's very interesting. And by interesting, I mean wrong. Let's see. We've got 6 plus 4 is 10. Not quite enough damage to burn him out. But we will do this. This Fiery War Axe will kill the Ooze to avenge the death of its fiery brother. I'm gonna just hit him. We'll leave this panda alone. Let it chew on my frogs. Here's where I actually wish I had a Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Because if I had a Flesh-Eating Ghoul, then this bear could not be killed by the panda. If this were a Flesh-Eating Ghoul, the panda couldn't kill it. He'd have to go through my frogs. Well, it's pretty clear he doesn't have a Lightning Storm. Let's see, I've got 3, 6, 8 damage. Plus 3 is 11. I have exactly 15 damage, but he's probably going to kill my bear at the very least. Blue Thunder asks, did the Shaman hex something in the early game? Yes, he actually hexed an Amani Berserker. Oh god, is this a Lightning Storm? Oh my god, is this a Lightning Storm? Please don't be a Lightning Storm. It's a Lightning Storm! Oh, Jesus. Well, there's 3 coin flips here. 3 coin flips. See how this goes. He actually had 3 hexes and Lightning Storm. I lost all 3 coin flips. That is 1 in 8 odds. Are you goddamn kidding me? Are you goddamn kidding me? Well,
Pay attention, class.
is it worth it to send this heroic strike on his face?
I am ready.
Or should I kill the elemental with it? Let's go to the face. Pretty sure this is the only conceivable way that I can win. Is if I top deck like an Arcanite Reaper or something and he can't kill me fast enough. Wow, that was pretty crazy. He had 3 hexes. He had Lightning Storm. I probably should have kept his Ventricle Mercenary alive instead of executing it. I probably should have just kept the frogs out, let it chew on the frog, stop him from like playing Sunlight Elemental and the Panda and all this other stuff, and then I might have actually won. So I think I made a mistake. Oh, he's actually gonna kill me right now. I actually made a mistake of getting rid of the Ventricle Mercenary too soon. That execute just taunted me. And he's got an exactly lethal now to kill me with. Wow, says Dark Fate. Yes, that is a pretty epic ending. But we learned something from it. You know, if you have the opportunity to race against a Ventricle Mercenary, here's what can happen if you choose to kill it instead. Might be worth it just to keep it around and let your opponent fight it. Ugh. So annoying, that game. I had lots of removal, lots of cards, lots of weapons, and none of it mattered. Because he had 3 hexes and a Lightning Storm. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, thanks for watching, folks. If you're on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like the video and or subscribe to have pity on an old, sad man. Here on the stream, let's take a look at our prize. It is 20 dust and 155 gold. Not quite up to 9,000. Is that's the quote, right? Up to 9,000? Yeah, I know, I'm butchering it on purpose. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at our pack. Opening up a rare first again. Will this pack have more than just a rare? No. Darn. That's too bad. Sad pandas all day. All day, every day, sad pandas. So we just get our 60 dust, 40 from the pack, plus 20 from the rare that we got as a reward. Dark Faces, at least you got to 7, which Blue Elf Thunder has it right afterwards. Yes, that's true. I can't be too sad, but I'm mini sad. I'm like a mini donut sad, you know, like not a whole donut of sadness, but like a small one, like a donut hole. Anyway, it's Mage, Hunter, or Paladin for the next one.